How to destroy your company in 6 easy steps. So my first story is going to be about PlayStation and Twitter. Recently, Sony has decided that they are no longer going to be having Twitter support on the PlayStation 5. So it used to be that you could directly upload things to Twitter. That was one of the functions of the share button on the controller. They got rid of the select button. It was replaced with the share button, and it used to be able to connect directly to Twitter and YouTube. And yeah, that was it. It was, oddly enough, you couldn't connect it to Twitch or Facebook directly, just those two. But now Twitter's going to be gone. So yeah, the only thing you can really share to anymore is going to be YouTube. If you want to share in any of your content, if you do want to share Twitter content, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to upload whatever your content is to the PlayStation app on your phone and then access Twitter through that. So I'm not quite sure what the reason behind this is. However, apparently Xbox did this a couple months ago. So they stopped supporting Twitter and or X or whatever you want to call it. And it looks like Sony is making that move as well. So currently the only console that remains compatible with X is the Switch. And I guess we will have to wait and see how much longer that's going to last. Apparently the reason is probably because X is now, they were saying it's something like $45,000 a month for integration or something like that. So it's a little more than half a million a year just to allow that kind of integration. I don't know what it was before, but apparently they upped that price. And yeah, Sony said not worth it to us. So when the contract's up, sorry, that's it. We're done.
Yeah, it's that's just because X or Mr. Musk has become greedy, of course, because Twitter, oh, sorry, X is in such a great financial health. They are trying to find a way to add funds to the platform, and they lost two very big customers, Microsoft and Sony, in the space of a couple of months. Not a smart move, but that's how X is these past few months.
Yeah. Yeah. And I can just upload stuff to my phone through the PlayStation app and then from the phone put it on Twitter, and it costs Sony absolutely nothing. And it's very minimal effort on my parts.
Exactly.
I can talk about this from my job sort of standpoint. Like before on Twitter, there are a bunch of platforms that I wanted to set up for Meg. One is called Hootsuite, where you can manage our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all in one place, right? You don't need to log in separately. I don't need to switch between Middle Age Gaming, the Work Podcast, Inside Crypto, or my own Instagram. I can do it all in one place. Going back last year with that platform, I could tag people. So I could do at Light Desire on Twitter, and it would pull up Light Desire, and I can see this is the right Light Desire, not the fake one that we recently found out last week. Right? In that platform, they just said, "Oh, by the way, Twitter is charging us more money for this, so we're not going to allow this functionality anymore." So that's gone, right? And there's another place called Fedica, which allows you to do tweet threads. Tweet threads are where I could write blah 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 blah. I could attach an image, and I could do a little mini paragraph in Twitter, right? Now that's the same thing that you could do that on other platforms like Hootsuite, like Sprout Social, and you could do that. But now there's only one place which does it, and then there's multiple tiers of money that you have to pay in order to do that on that other platform, right? Because again, Twitter is saying, hey, if you want to access our API, you got to pay more money, as Anton did the wonderful hand gestures just now. So it's honestly, it's terrible. And we saw there's a website called Apptopia, and a guy pulled some research from Twitter, and Twitter users are down 7%. Daily active minutes is about the same, but they lost 4 million users or something like that. And honestly, it makes sense that why, as going back to what Adam said, is right, like Musk's gonna suck out as much money as he can. I actually heard one of the Twitter engineers created a really cool version of Twitter, that one of the first lots of engineers were fired. So I'm going to check that out later. But yeah, it's unfortunate, but I think more companies are going to do that just because it's the audience is not worth it for what you pay.
How to destroy your company in 6 easy steps.